You're going to have something to eat.
People try and kill me in my sleep.
Well, you were getting weird things happening, weren't you? Because they are typical of schizophrenia. Like thinking that people are touching you in your sleep and things like that. What you told me about weird shit. It is often a symptom of, it is a symptom of schizophrenia that you can
Yeah,
get
I bet it is.
tactile
With them trying to say it is, I bet it is. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but no one would wish this on their worst enemy, would they? It's happened since time immemorial. It's just some ancient societies dealt with it in a different way. Merlin the wizard was probably schizophrenic.
Was he American?
Merlin, he was Welsh or Northumbrian or something.
America? Right.
Why did you say American?
Because this mental illness bullshit is American philosophy of it. Basically, it is.
I disagree with that. Well, a lot of the modern stuff, a lot of it might be. But in ancient times, Merlin, the true story of Merlin the wizard, is that he was so battle scarred, he went to fight for some Scottish king or whatever, people. Yeah, it's good. With your face like a plate of wet cheese. Isn't it horrible? Kim Jong-un.
But can you, I think you're starting to at least listen to me.
I'll try to, because a
I'm
lot
sorry,
of what you say makes sense. But
sorry to insinuate that, but and say it. It's hard to listen to, but I need it said. I need it listened to. It's basically true.
But
Right.
I would be happier if you went to Brookhay and had your depot jab, and then we know it's some sort of control over symptoms. Because what I'm worried about, it's like being diabetic or anything. It's a medical situation, and it's the thing is with psychological things. It's partly what you've experienced in life, stress and shit, and people being bastards to you, and partly when we get very stressed, our body fires out hormones, stress hormones, and it makes us either hypervigilant or unable to sleep, all this sort of thing, and that can make it become a vicious circle, spiralling into mental illness. Like if you don't sleep enough, that's what happened to me when I became mentally ill. I was sleeping about 2 hours a night, and I just felt totally unloved, like nobody gave a shit about me. And I didn't really give a shit about myself. It's not different to what you went through.
No, it isn't.
But
it's sort of what teenagers generally go through, but in a big way.
It was
it's
like
sort
a cube.
Yeah.
You know, it was sort of like, and it was horrible. It was a horrible, horrible time. And I became violent. I wasn't like you, only broke things, but I attacked Granny. I could have been put in
juvie.
Yeah, I could have been bloody taken away and not come back, sort of thing. And I did get out of that family home as soon as I could, because it was a bit of a toxic place to be, quite frankly.
So did I.
But I became a bit detached. Yeah, Dad was horrible. He was toxic. And in some ways, he's similar to Granny in that he's jealous. He was jealous of you.
There you go.
Going to grammar school.
Someone else jealous of me.
Yeah, he didn't go to grammar school.
Sure.
He didn't go to university. He wasn't a champion at anything.
He was a boxer, wasn't he?
Dad was. My dad was. Your dad wasn't.
Yeah. He had a trial at City, he says. He was in the SA.
He's just bullshit. Your dad is a big bullshitter. He is. He's a bullshitter.
Why does bullshit get called bullshit and not mental illness?
Because he's not. Because he can still function and do his job.
I can.
Do everything else.
I can.
Just.
I do my duty better than any of them there.
Yeah. I think, Jack, I think they are just following protocol. They're just doing what they have to do. I wouldn't read too much
With
into
a
it.
diagnosis plus no medication. That's
Yeah,
all it
They're
is.
just, they're just following protocols.
I hope. I
But
don't know
you
if you know
need to
that.
do what's right for you,
It is what she's got.
and I think you need to phone your doctor and make an appointment with Brooke Hay, or make an appointment with the doctor, at least speak to them to make it look like, at least look like you've... I'd be happier if you
Saying what he said.
had something to ease your symptoms, because you are getting symptoms, Jack. You are getting symptoms, whether you know, whether you deny it or not. I can see them. But you're not. You're listening now. And you're focused now.
I know.
But
I show.
before-
I know. I understand that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do give symptoms,
yeah.
but it's because I'm being possessed because
Yeah.
of a chip in my brain.
But
Because
even saying that is.
I know
mental.
I know it gets classed as mental,
Yeah, it does.
but it is the truth to me. I've experienced
Okay,
blood up
sure.
my nose. That isn't mental.
And
I
I'm
woke
gonna
up-
have to go to that appointment. In
I
the
woke
morning.
up with
I'm gonna
blood
have
up
to
my
go
nose.
in a bit.
That isn't mental. That's a fact.
Yeah,
I've
okay, that's the
experienced.
fact that's happened. Yeah. And all the things that you've experienced that are your experience, no one can deny that. But some things are a bit wacky. You've got to, you know, and they're a bit alarming.
No, I accept that. I know they're alarming that, but I need them said so they'll do something about it. For fuck's sake, I want them to accept it, or at least investigate it.
Well, what do you expect people to do?
A physical examination, for instance.
What, like an X-ray on your head?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't they do
Fucking-
that when you fell off your bike, off that vert thing? Why didn't they do it when you had that
I
accident?
wonder why. I've got a diagnosis that says do not treat that way, probably. Because it'll show it. Yeah. Rupert has a problem with it. No. It's doctors in general covering it. Dad, your dad might know about it.
Yeah. You're going to have some lunch. What are you going to have? What are you going to have to eat? Because I want something. I'm going to have to go to this sodding bloody appointment now. Have you got something you can have?
Yeah.
I can just get myself butty at home quickly. But make sure you have something to eat.
Like pasta.
Mm.
I might have to go and get some soup or something.
You're alright then?
Yeah. I'm just upset, that's all.
No, I don't blame you. I feel bloody upset if work's at me. I was upset at work just because they picked up on my deafness and sick
Yeah,
of
this-
that taking the piss.
I know.
And the head of the nerds on Arley goes, can I have a word with you before you go home? Like this. And I just felt like crying afterwards. I felt really upset. She wasn't specific in what they were picking up. They were just going, is there anything we can help you with? They were dead vague about it, so I didn't know what they were going on about. They were going, is there anything we can help you with? Is there anything you need support with? Because I'll support you with it. It was like they were trying to make me say I've got problems. Of course I've got fucking problems, everyone does. But there was something they were picking up on. And when I was looking back on the shift, I thought, shit. It was when the phone went and they weren't bloody answering it because they'd been arseholes, so I got it. I said, hello, it's Sarah on Ollie, and I couldn't, they had to do, because the phone's dead quiet. If you just listen to it on normal, it's really, really quiet. No one can hear it, even ones that can hear well. So I put it on speakerphone, but I made the mistake of holding it to my ear. Speakerphone, and I saw her hand go, oh fucking hell, like this. And I was speaking with it on speakerphone. To me, that's okay. So someone who's got good hearing, you wouldn't be able to do that, would you? You'd hold it like that. And I think it was that they were picking up on. So I'm guessing it's my hearing. Because they weren't specific. They weren't saying, you know, they were just saying, you know, whatever it is, we can support you with it. I thought, what the fuck are they going on about?
What they don't get in mental health
Well, I
is
was
that this
upset
fannying
about-
about, this hypervigilance and over carefulness. What's the word for over carefulness? This over diligence on following protocol has caused turmoil in our family. I don't think that's right. It causes stress if I go round to your house.
Yeah.
Dad's gonna have a go.
That's just an arsehole. He's just got he's got a personality problem then. He has. No. But Jack, I would personally be happier if you were on medication, but maybe that's my weakness, that I think, oh, he's on medication so he's okay. You know, and that's not good enough, is it? Really?
No. It doesn't make anything
doesn't.
okay.
No.
I suffered more on medication.
But you need
This
to.
is what you don't see it. You only see when I come
No,
round.
I can understand that. But you need to work with the doctors so they understand that as well. Yeah. And you need to keep your shit together, not go on about GCHQ and MI5 and perform. You're best
The reason
not
I
even
do
talking
that,
about
the
that.
reason I do that is something that's needed, that I need, and they know it, 'cause they did it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna piss them off over it eventually.
Do you want to come and get some soup or something?
Yeah, I just
Do you
don't
want to
know.
come 2 hours quickly or?
No, Dad will just get
Dad
pissed
might be an arse. So.
I'm gonna go
Do
to
you want
the
me-
shops though.
I'm on the push bike. Do you want to? Should we go?
I'll come on the bike then. Let me just.
Or are you going in your car? Well, I've got to go to this fucking appointment now. Yeah. Have you not got any tins of stuff? Are you short of money? You okay money wise?
Yeah. I've just not done a lunch shop because I usually get a meal deal.
Yeah.
Having to
Make
justify
sure you
that
eat
now.
regularly because that helps keep things on an even keel as well. It's
You
like
upset everyone.
you need
This
to
one.
work with the medics though to make
It doesn't
sure.
upset them because of their own actions, does it? Poor them that are in the past. Not that. Well, so.
You've got a lot behind.
Just leave us. No. You kill my kids, I'm gonna kill you. What do you mean?
I'm going to have to go up to Alton. It's going to take me at least half an hour.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk to Sale.
I'll walk up the road.
No, you're alright.
I'll walk up the road with you and then I'll cycle down the canal to Alton. It's only on Greenwood Street somewhere.